So I am an incredibly sad girl right now because Casual Readathon J2 is officially done. It is just after midnight. It is officially ended for me. Um, but yeah, so I'm gonna just do the wrap up. Quick announcements first. Yes, I am officially the co-host for Casual Readathon now, and Casual Readathon A will be happening in August. Pretty sure late August. And so you guys will see videos as soon as I know what's up. As soon as Meg posts a video about Casual Readathon A, I will also post a video about it here, and then obviously our TBRs will be up, and I'll share hers, you know, how it goes. So, yeah, I have a lot to get through, actually. I have a giant stack of books sitting right next to my phone right here, and I also have 2 ebooks I read, I think. Um, yeah, so let's just get into it. Unfortunately, I do not remember the names for the ebooks, for the authors, but you'll obviously see them over here, and you can check out my Goodreads. So, day 1. I started off the day. This is not the book I want to be on the top. I started off right at midnight with Meg, and I read A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. And I actually managed to finish all 418 pages of this throughout day 1. Obviously, I fell asleep about, I think 3 a.m., and then I went back to it, and I'm sorry if I keep looking up at the top of my screen. I keep getting the notifications from people about Casual Readathon J2. So yes, 418 pages of A Court of Thorns and Roses, and I loved this book, guys. I need to go buy myself a copy. This is a library copy. After that, I actually read one of my ebooks. I finished the last 36 pages of Fade to Black. I think it was by L.T. Vargas. And I had read 93 pages before, but when I go to bed, I like to lay there and read an ebook, because the puppy, who is scratching herself, if you can hear her, she's scratching her neck. The puppy doesn't like to fall right asleep, so I sit there and I read until she falls asleep, and then I can finally adjust and lay where I want to. So I finished Fade to Black. And then I read 300 pages in Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins. And just to say, for challenge-wise, this was my 2014 or newer release. So I finished one challenge. And then this was my sequel book, but I did not finish it on day 1. But on day 1, I finished one book and 754 pages, and that was the first Wednesday of the readathon. Day 2, I finished Mockingjay. I finished the last 90 pages, so 390 pages total for this book, and that completed challenge number 2 for me, which was read a sequel. After that, I read all 448 pages of Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton, which was my movie adaptation challenge. So that was 3 challenges down right there. With this being finished, though, I also finished the Read 3 Books challenge. After that, I started An Abundance of Catherines by John Green, but I only got 25 pages into it, and this was my contemporary challenge. So day 2, I finished 2 books, and I read 563 pages that day. In total, I had read 3 books and 1,317 pages by the end of day 2. Day 3, I finished An Abundance of Catherines, which was another 190 pages, for a total of 215 pages. And so with this being done, I completed 5 challenges. So, you can see where this is going, right? Oh no, wait, this might have been 4. Oh, this was 5. I'm so confused right now, guys. No. Yeah, this was number 5. Ignore me, I'm exhausted, but I want to get this video done because I have plans for tomorrow. 5 challenges done. So, after that, I read Even Adam by Michael Grant and Catherine Applegate, which, funny fact, I didn't know it when I bought it, but these are the people who wrote Animorphs, which I was so into when I was little, so this was really cool for me to get to read something that was by them that wasn't like a children's book. It was more young adult, I feel like. But I read all 291 pages of this, and this was my challenge for green on the cover. So, yeah. So day 3, I finished 3 books. Oh, wait, hang on. I'm not done. Not done with day 3, I forgot that was my biggest one. Day 3, I also read 42 pages of The Summer I Turned Pretty, which is the first book in this trilogy by Jenny Han. And this was my summer challenge book. My book with a summer theme in it. Oh, wow. I fail. So, day 1, I didn't finish Fade to Black. Fade to Black was finished on day 3. I read another 73 pages in it, and I had a total of 202 pages in that. I'm just screwing up so much tonight, but I'm not. You know what? You guys can see me sleep deprived. Yay! So day 3, I read a total of 3 books, 596 pages, and in total I had already finished 6 books and 1,913 pages by the end of day 3. Day 3 was my crazy day because I read a ton of different books, but yeah, it was actually a pretty normal page number day for me. So day 4, which was Saturday, I actually was pretty busy that day, so I didn't read as much as the rest of the days, but I still read quite a bit. So day 4, I finished The Summer I Turned Pretty. I read another 234 pages in it. I had 276 pages total in this book, and with that, I actually completed all of the challenges for Casual Readathon J2. So I was done with all of the challenges 4 days in, and it was an 8-day readathon. After that, I read 16 pages in Armada by Ernest Cline because I had bought it that day and I had to get started in it. I was so excited about this. I found it at the bookstore. I'm like, yes, I must buy it. And after that, I read Coda. I cannot remember the name of this author, and I should have looked it up beforehand, but I was just too eager to film this. But I read 63 pages of that at night when I was laying down and falling asleep. And so, day 4, I had 1 book finished and 313 pages read. Not my best day. It was my worst day. But at that point, I had a total of 7 books read and 2,226 pages done. And I think at this point was when Meg was like, yeah, this girl's good, I guess, I don't know. So, day 5, I finished Armada. This was the book I picked up as soon as I woke up. This was another 233 pages, and there was 349 pages total in this. And I absolutely loved this. If you're a nerd, you need to pick this book up. You need to read it. I haven't read Ready Player One yet, and so I can't compare them, and I've been told not to, so there we go. After that, I picked up a book that I had actually started before the read-along, and I wanted to finish. At this point, I was like, oh, let me finish my library books, pretty much, so that I can return them. So, I read the last 143 pages in Mortal Danger by Anne Aguirre. I had read 229 pages of this before the readathon started. And so there was a total of 372 pages in this. And this is pretty good too. I liked it. After that, I read another 69 pages in Coda when I was falling asleep. And so day 5, I had a total of 2 books finished and 445 pages read. So a overall total of 9 books read and 2,671 pages. So day 6 was my haha, I'm gonna screw around day, kind of. Which was Monday. I had decided to give myself a break as well. Oh no, wait, that was Tuesday, but same difference. I finished the last 177 pages of Coda for a total of 309 pages. I actually read that during the day just so I could finish another book. And then I only read 152 pages of The Kiss of Deception by Mary A. Pearson, and that is because I had done my totals the night before and realized I had a certain number of pages to get to. 329 pages to finish before I had 3,000 pages read. You see where this is going? So I finished 1 book on day 6, 329 pages total, and so my total at that point was 10 books read and 3,000 pages even. So I stopped, like, I think 20 to 30 minutes before midnight just so that I had that. Bless you! My puppy just sneezed. So, day 7, I finished The Kiss of Deception, which was another 334 pages, for a total of 486 pages. And I also read Fallen, again, can't remember the name, I'm sorry. But that was 262 pages long, and I actually finished that on day 7 as well. So my total for that day was 2 more books read and 596 pages, which was actually, I think, the exact same, or it wasn't the exact same book number, but it was the exact same page amount as day 3, which I found funny. And my overall total was 12 books read and 3,596 pages. So, day 8, which was the final day of the readathon, and both me and Meg, like, I think the whole time we were talking, we're just like, oh my god, we don't want this to end. We were very sad when midnight came around, I have to say. We were just talking like, oh my gosh, the saddest part is now we have to film our wrap-ups. But, on day 8, I finished Cress. I had read 131 pages before, and I've actually had this, like, forever, and I had to take a break from it, from just reading this series. But I finished the last 419 pages of this. This was 550 pages total. But I managed to do it. And then, just for laughs, I decided to start reading another book, even though I could have stopped there and been fine. So, I read the first 210 pages of Will Grayson, and as soon as I'm done with this video, I'm gonna read the last 100. So yeah, there's 310 pages in this, and I'm almost done. So, my total for day 8 was 1 book read, 629 pages, and my overall total for Casual Readathon J2, are you ready for this? 13 books, 4,225 pages read. Honestly, that was all thanks to Meg. We pushed each other through this readathon. I know she was like 600 pages over her goal or something, and I was 7 books over my goal, but I am an incredibly fast reader. So, that is it. That is my wrap-up for Casual Readathon J2. I will let you guys know as soon as I know what's going on with Casual Readathon A. We have decided on the official hashtags, which I will put right here. We have a shortened one again this month. So, I will see you guys all in August for Casual Readathon A. But, of course, I will see you guys before then with some other videos. Bye, everyone!